Hello, Uplanders. If you've ever wondered how to get your buildings constructed faster, the House of Spark has you covered. They host a Spark Exchange service on their Discord server where you can rent out your Spark to other players and also pay other players to get your build completed faster. Whether you're trying to build up an entire neighborhood or you're just trying to complete your very first house as a new player, this is a great service to use. On top of renting Spark, you can also get an UPX loan, and they hold weekly public auctions every Saturday. In order to get started, you're going to want to join the House of Spark Discord server. The link to that is in the description below. If you want to learn more about Spark, take a look at the link in the upper right-hand corner. The first thing you're going to want to do in the Discord server is head over to the Let's Start tab and claim your role, whether you're either a staker or a consumer. Are you going to be renting out your Spark to others, or do you need Spark in order to build your own homes? Make sure to click the relevant emojis to unlock the relevant channels here in the server. Next, head on over to the bot registration channel where you have to type in !register : space and then your Upland username. Hit enter, and I've actually already registered. But by following through with this process, you will be linking up your Upland account to your Discord profile. Step 2 is to claim your role. You're going to want to choose which level you are within Upland. And one other really cool feature is this Project Hunter, where if you are looking to stake your Spark on other people's builds, if you go ahead and click on this emoji here, then you will actually get a notification as to when a new project is up and running, so you can be one of the first ones to stake on that project. If you want to get started by staking your Spark on someone else's build in order to earn UPX, you can get started with even 0.01 Spark. If you wanted to build your own structure, you do require 0.05 Spark in order to get your build started. That minimum is for creating a micro home. If I want to get started by renting out my Spark in order to earn UPX, I'm going to start scrolling down until I get to the Spark market, where I can see all of these different projects that require Spark. I can also see the amount of UPX I will be earning per Spark. We can see here that this specific build is paying out a rate of 15 UPX per hour. So for every 1 Spark that I stake for an hour, I will get 15 UPX. By scrolling to the bottom of this page, we can see how much Spark has already been staked, what is the maximum amount to add, and how much time is left in order to complete this project. Next, I'm going to head over to this address, and I'm going to take note of the owner just to double check that I will be staking on the right house. And I can go here and see that this is in fact the property, and I'm going to go ahead and contribute to this build. I'm going to click on contribute, and I'm going to add 0.01 Spark here, and we will be able to see that once I confirm, I will get a notification from the House of Spark Discord server that I have in fact contributed to this build. If I have lots of Spark staked on different projects, another great tool here that I can use in the bot command channel is I can type in /my_earnings, and it will show me all of the active projects that I have, how much I've staked, and how much I've earned so far. I can also take a look at the command my account. It will show me the history of my staking in the House of Spark. I can see here that there is a balance in my account that I can either withdraw, or I could use that towards other projects if I am looking to rent Spark. And it also says so far I've withdrawn a total of 55,000 UPX from these different projects. If I do want to withdraw this UPX, I first must reach a balance of 5,000 UPX. Sometimes staking Spark can be extremely competitive if there is a new project with a very high payout rate, so just understand that and don't be frustrated if you can't get in fast enough. The next thing I want to discuss is how to rent Spark from other players. In order to do that, first you're going to have to start a build of your own within Upland, and that requires a minimum of 0.05 Spark for the micro house. And you're also going to want to make sure that you have enough UPX in your House of Spark account. If I want to see how much UPX I require in my account in order to start a build, I can type the command list price, and I can type in the structure, let's say micro house, and let's set a price of 20 UPX per hour, and it says that this build will take 500 Spark hours, and it will cost me 11,765 UPX. So I need to make sure that I have at least that amount of UPX in my account to start this build. If I don't have that amount of UPX in my account, then I can head over to the deposit channel, and we can see here that there are a couple of ways that you can actually fill up your balance. The The first one is by instant deposit, and that is just by purchasing any one of these addresses listed here. You can also see the purchase price and how much of that will be deposited in your account. A second method to add UPX to your account is by sending a direct UPX transfer to the player KEBIG. And this deposit amount should be based on the price check that we did earlier that told us exactly how much it costs in order to create the build. Make sure to take a screenshot of the transaction and send a direct message to one of these two players. The third way is by purchasing of a burner property, and in order to do that, direct message one of these players for a burner property address. Now, in order to get other players to start staking Spark on our build, I first have to start constructing a home on my own. So here we are in Chicago, in Wrigleyville, right across from Wrigley Field. I have my home address here, and I want to start building another home over here. I have decided to align my homes at the back of the property because I hope to put some pieces of outdoor decor on my front lawn. There are some people who are front lawn people, some people who are backyard people. Each one of those are okay. I'm more of a front yard person here for these properties, and I have already set up a micro house build here. In the description below, the Upland guide has building standards to help you determine how to best place your structure on the plot of land. I need to make note of this address because I need to put this in exactly as it is written here within the Discord bot. In this channel request for building, I'm going to type in the command request for building and then the address, the type of structure that I want to build, and the price. And I can scroll down here to check some of the existing prices. We can see here that there's a new listing at 25 UPX per hour. There are some other ones ranked here according to their payouts with 20 or 19. I can choose however much I want to pay out to players to stake their Spark on my build. Just know that the higher the payout, the more likely people will be trying to build on your property as opposed to some of the other ones. So I'm in no rush to get this building done, so I'm going to go ahead and set it at 19 UPX per Spark hour, and I'm going to hit enter, and it looks like I got an error here. I'm not entirely sure what that error is because when I scroll down here under new listings, we can see project 623, which is my project. I'm not entirely sure why I got this error, but when you scroll down and check that out, you can see if it worked. I tried to include it again, and it says error. This address has already been added as project 623 before, so that's how I figured out that it actually worked. If I take a look at this sample photo, I can actually see what I didn't do was add in this city here. I think that might have been my problem when I put in the command the first time. So there you have it. Players are now able to start staking Spark to this project. They will be getting paid by the House of Spark a rate of 19 UPX per hour for every Spark that they stake. And now we just have to wait for more people to start staking. I can also adjust the payout rate to this build if I want to speed it up. Now that you know how House of Spark works, you can jump on in, start help building the metaverse, and get paid to do it.